The overall history of NATO is absolutely a success story that kept Europe at peace for 7 decades, but also contributed to freedom, human rights, the rule of law. And I believe that its true success lies in the fact that in every critical juncture, NATO managed to adapt itself to the change. And dialogue is at the top of the list to cooperate effectively and to maintain cohesion and solidarity. This event is a small step to contribute to this very much needed dialogue.
Today was a fantastic event where we brought high-level experts from a variety of diverse fields to come together and talk about the many different multifaceted challenges that are facing the EU, NATO, member states, and the broader NATO community in today's modern contexts. Today's panel included Dr. Nicholas Novakai, who is here to talk about the history of NATO over its last 70 years. We also had Professor Seth Johnston from Harvard University, who talked about the ways in which NATO has and can adapt going forward. And finally, we had Professor Stephen Blockmans, who is here to talk about the possible ways forward for the EU and NATO cooperations in the modern climate.
This was a fantastic event. We had some of the most distinguished experts from throughout the Brussels community, a wealth of experience in NATO, the European Union. These are people who know security and defense in Europe, but these are citizens as well who understand the importance of participating and of knowing how important this issue of peace and security is. We're facing some really serious threats today. These citizens are coming together to talk about solutions to those threats, and that's a great thing.
I think the most interesting part to me was the question and answer, listening to the different perspectives that people have and kind of how people perceive transatlantic relations within their own perspectives of where they're coming from here in the heart of NATO in Brussels. Coming from a US perspective, it was interesting to see more of the EU side of that. So I think that was most of the stuff that I learned was based on the EU side of transatlantic relations.